If you're over 45, the stats have already flagged your file. You brush it off. Age is just a number. Jokes about bad backs, blood pressure, or knees that betray you. But your body disagrees. The factory warranty's gone, and every fix costs full price now. No obvious lectures you already tune out. Yeah, smoking kills, we know. Here are 40 subtle ways you're quietly shortening your life without even noticing. Let's go.
Fact number 1. The triangle of death on your face. One pimple can kill your brain. Do you see a pimple above your lip or on your nose and automatically reach to pop it? Congratulations, you've just started a game of Russian roulette. This area is called the triangle of death. The blood supply here goes directly to the brain, and the veins have no protective valves. By popping a pimple with dirty hands, you can drive infection straight into your skull. Meningitis or brain thrombosis can develop instantly. Neurosurgeons often don't have time to save such home beauticians. Fact number 2. Death on the throne. How common constipation killed the king of rock and roll. Elvis Presley didn't die in the limelight. He died with his pants down on the toilet. And it can happen to anyone who tends to push too hard. When you hold your breath and strain intensely, your intra-abdominal pressure skyrockets while blood flow to the heart drops. As soon as you relax, the blood surges back with a sharp blow. For weak vessels, this is the end, an aneurysm rupture or instant cardiac arrest. Don't turn a trip to the bathroom into a strength workout. It's the most ridiculous epitaph. Fact number 3. The uncontrolled meat torpedo. Why the back seat won't save you. Do you get into the back of a taxi and think wearing a seatbelt is unnecessary? In a crash at just 60 kilometers an hour, your 80-kilogram body turns into a 3.5-ton projectile. You don't just break your neck on the front seat, you snap it along with the driver's spine. You are a meat torpedo that kills not only yourself, but also those sitting in front. Newton's laws don't care about your comfort. Fact number 4. A beer belly isn't a sign of status, it's a suicide belt. Men over 40 are often proud of their bellies, calling them a bundle of nerves. In reality, it's visceral fat, an active parasite organ. It doesn't just sit there, it wraps around your liver and intestines like a boa constrictor, releasing toxins and inflammatory hormones into your blood 24/7. You are literally carrying a chemical plant inside you that is systematically preparing you for type 2 diabetes or cancer. If you can't see your shoes without leaning over, you're in a combat zone. Fact number 5. The lucid interval. Why sleeping after a head injury can be permanent. You hit your head, it hurt, but 10 minutes later you felt fine? You say, "I'm okay, I'll just lie down." This is the most dangerous moment, known as the lucid interval. A hematoma can slowly build up inside your skull. You think everything is fine until the blood finally compresses the brain. If there was nausea or loss of consciousness after the hit, no sleeping. Get a CT scan immediately, or that rest might be your last. Fact number 6. The home gas chamber. Never mix bleach with acid. Decided to do some deep cleaning and poured bleach into the toilet followed by a rust remover? Congratulations, you've just synthesized a chemical weapon from World War I. Mixing household chemicals causes a violent reaction that releases chlorine gas. One breath in a cramped bathroom and you get chemical lung burns and an agonizing death clutching a toilet brush. Read the labels. Do not mix is written for your survival. Fact number 7. Microsleep behind the wheel. 3 seconds that will turn you into a killer. Driving at night and feel like you're just blinking slowly? your brain has already started flipping the switches. Microsleep lasts up to 3 seconds. At 100 kilometers per hour, your car travels an entire football field blindly during that time. This isn't driving, it's a game of bowling where the pins are oncoming cars. No amount of coffee will help. If you're nodding off, pull over for 15 minutes or you'll arrive at the morgue exactly on schedule.
Fact 8. Grapefruit juice, a tasty way to overdose. Did you know that ordinary grapefruit juice can turn your blood pressure pill into a deadly poison? It blocks the enzymes that break down many medications. If you wash down a pill with this juice, you could end up with 5 times the intended dose. The body simply can't process it fast enough. This applies to statins, antibiotics, and heart medications. Always read the instructions. Sometimes a healthy breakfast can be your last.
Fact 9. Office plankton's thrombosis. Your chair wants to kill you. Sitting at your computer for 6 straight hours without even getting up for water? Right now, the blood in your legs is thickening into jelly. A clot forms. The moment you stand up quickly, that clot breaks loose, travels to your heart, and gets stuck in your lungs. This is called a pulmonary embolism. Death is instant. You won't even have time to gasp. Get up every hour, or you risk turning into a monument to yourself right at your desk.
Fact number 10. The work hero with a fever, a direct path to disability. Woke up with the flu, downed a powder, and crawled into the office because everything will collapse without you? Your heart doesn't think so. Viruses love the heart muscle. While you're heroically typing a report, your heart becomes inflamed and turns into a flabby sac. This is called myocarditis. 6 months later, it might just stop. Your boss will find a replacement in a day, but no one will give you a spare heart.
Fact number 11. Rotten teeth, a shot straight to the heart. Scared of dentists and think a sore gum is no big deal? Your mouth is an open gate for infection. Bacteria from inflamed gums go straight into your bloodstream. Their favorite vacation spot is your heart valves. They settle there, causing endocarditis that destroys the engine from within. People with bad teeth are significantly more likely to have a heart attack. Saving on a filling? Start saving for a pacemaker.
That's my normal blood pressure, the most dangerous lie of your life. Is your blood pressure 150/90, but you don't feel it? Hypertension is called the silent killer for a reason. Blood vessels don't scream in pain. They simply stretch and crack like old rubber hoses. Getting used to high pressure isn't a superpower. It's a bad renovation, the kind where the ceiling is about to collapse on your head in the form of a stroke. The phrase, "it's just my normal," looks great on a tombstone, but it has no place in the life of a healthy person. Fact number 13. Hands in pockets on ice, a recipe for brain injury. Winter, it's slippery, and you're walking with your hands in your pockets because you forgot your gloves? This is a fatal mistake. If you fall, your instinct will demand you swing your arms to regain balance. But if they're blocked, you fall flat, either face first into the ice or back of the head onto the asphalt. A traumatic brain injury on level ground because you were too lazy to take your hands out is one of the stupidest causes of death in winter. Fact number 14. A leap into the unknown. How to become a vegetable in a second. A hot summer, an unfamiliar shore, and the shout, "Watch this!" Diving headfirst into unchecked water is a classic way to snap your cervical vertebrae on a log or the bottom. You might stay alive, but remain paralyzed from the neck down for the rest of your life. You'll hear and understand everything, but won't even be able to scratch your own nose. testing the depth with your head is the fastest way to end an active life. Fact number 15. Deadly heartburn. Why baking soda is not medicine. Have you been quenching that burning in your chest with soda or pills for years? I have two pieces of bad news. First, a heart attack often masquerades as heartburn, and you're losing precious minutes. Second, constant acid reflux turns your esophageal cells into cancer. Esophageal cancer is one of the deadliest. If you're eating soda by the handful, you're not treating yourself, you're just marinating yourself for the pathologist. Fact number 16. Mushroom roulette. The death cap, a master of disguise. "I've been picking these mushrooms since I was a kid," is a phrase toxicologists hear every season. The death cap wickedly disguises itself as a rustler or a button mushroom. One cap is enough to kill an entire family. The scariest part is the period of false recovery. You'll feel sick, then it passes, and you'll think you're in the clear. Meanwhile, your liver is already turning into mush. By the time the symptoms return, there will be nothing left to save. Fact number 17. The Jack's betrayal. Your garage can become your crypt. Decided to quickly change the oil and crawled under a car supported only by a jack? Hydraulics can fail at any second. 1.5 tons of iron will smoothly descend onto your chest. You won't even be able to scream because all the air will be squeezed out of your lungs. It's a quiet, horrific death in solitude. Never crawl under a vehicle without jack stands. Life is worth more than 5 minutes saved. Fact number 18. Death on slippery tile. The bathroom is the most dangerous place. Do you know where the most fatal home accidents happen? In the bathroom. A wet heel, slippery tile, and a temple hitting the edge of the sink, it's a classic scenario. Dying naked on a cold floor because you didn't have a $5 rubber mat is very unaesthetic. A rubber mat saves lives more effectively than a bulletproof vest. Fact number 19. Energy drinks, alone with predatory interest. You're 40, you didn't sleep, and you're on your second energy drink? You're not getting energy from the can, you're borrowing it from your heart. Caffeine and taurine cause vascular spasms and pressure spikes. For a worn-out engine, it's a sledgehammer blow. Arrhythmia or cardiac arrest right at the wheel is a frequent price for this boost. One day, collectors in white coats will come for the debt, and you won't have anything to pay with. Fact number 20. Botulism. Death in a pickle jar. Love home canned goods or fragrant dried fish? The botulism bacteria lives where there's no air and releases the strongest organic poison on Earth. It's thousands of times more potent than snake venom. First, you get double vision, then your breathing is paralyzed. If a jar is bulging or the fish looks suspicious, throw it away. A gastronomic ecstasy isn't worth an agonizing death by suffocation. Fact number 21. The weekend warrior. A direct path to a heart attack. Sit in an office all week and then run to play football with friends on Saturday to get the heart pumping? A sudden explosive load on an untrained body is like trying to run an old engine on nitrous oxide. A heart unaccustomed to exertion simply gives up. A heart attack on the field or in the sauna after the game is a classic for men over 40. Want sports? Start with walking. Fact number 22. A black jacket at night, a suicide camouflage. Do you wear all black on a rainy November evening and cross the street? A driver sees you at 10 meters, but the car's braking distance is 40 meters. You're dead before he even hits the brakes. The math is simple and brutal.
buy a reflector for a couple of dollars. It's the only way not to become a pin in this bowling alley on wet asphalt. Fact 23. Dr. Google, the shortest path to the cemetery. A twinge in your side and you open a search engine instead of seeing a doctor? The internet will give you two options. Either it's gas or it's cancer. You choose gas, but in reality, you're having a heart attack masquerading as stomach pain. Self-diagnosis kills thousands of people who try to treat appendicitis with a heating pad. A search bar didn't take the Hippocratic Oath. It doesn't care if you live or die.
Fact number 24. Paracetamol and alcohol, a Tyson punch to your liver. Had too much to drink yesterday and taking paracetamol for a headache today? Congratulations, your liver is in shock. A common painkiller combined with ethanol turns into a toxic poison that destroys liver cells. Mixing medications and alcohol is a chemical party that often ends in the ICU. Read the instructions, they are written in blood.
Fact 25. Melanoma, the black mark on your skin. Have a mole that started changing color or growing? Melanoma is the queen of oncology, the fastest and craftiest tumor. It doesn't hurt, it just silently metastasizes to your brain while you think it'll go away on its own. Removing a mole takes 5 minutes. Treating stage 4 is a losing battle. If your beauty mark looks strange, run to the dermatologist faster than you'd run for a beer. Fact number 26. Carbon monoxide, the ninja among killers. Decided to warm up in a running car inside a closed garage? Carbon monoxide has no smell or color. You won't feel yourself suffocating. You'll just feel a pleasant fatigue, want to lie down, and never wake up again. The gas binds to blood 200 times faster than oxygen. If you're warming up in a car indoors, you're committing the most comfortable suicide in the world. Fact 27. Snoring isn't funny. It's suffocation. Does your husband snore so loud the walls shake? This is often a sign of apnea. A person stops breathing for 20 to 40 seconds hundreds of times a night. The heart panics, pressure spikes, and oxygen levels drop. The risk of dying in your sleep from a stroke is significantly higher for snorers. Snoring isn't a sign of robust health, it's your body's cry for help. Fact 28. The last like on the highway. 2 seconds on a smartphone, and you're in the morgue. Phone pinged, and you decided to check the message while driving? At 90 kilometers an hour, you travel 50 meters blindly in just 2 seconds. That's the length of an Olympic pool. Smartphones behind the wheel kill more people than drunk driving. If the message is so important that it's worth dying for along with the family in the oncoming car, go ahead and read it. If not, put it in the glove box. Fact 29. Colonoscopy, the life-saving procedure threatened by false shame. Colon cancer grows for years from a small polyp that can be removed in a second, but because of the embarrassing procedure, men wait until the last minute. Believe me, dying of cancer because you were too shy to show your rear to a doctor is a true disgrace. After age 45, bowel maintenance should be as routine as an oil change. Fact number 30. A motorcycle at 40, a one-way ticket for donors. Decided to relive your youth and bought a powerful bike at 40? Trauma surgeons call these newcomers organ donors. Your reflexes aren't what they were at 20, and a modern bike is a rocket. Without gear and training, you just turn into a projectile. Want wind in your face? Buy a convertible. At least it has airbags. Fact number 31. Barbecue and the Heimlich maneuver. Why you shouldn't slap the back. Your friend choked on a piece of meat and you started slapping them on the back? Congratulations, you're pushing the piece even deeper. In 3 minutes, their brain will die. You need to use the Heimlich maneuver, a sharp abdominal thrust. Learning this is more useful than knowing how to open a beer with your eye. Choking to death on food is a stupid and very common way to die. Fact 32. The DIY handyman syndrome. An old ladder is enemy number 1. Decided to fix the roof yourself using an old, shaky ladder? Falling from your own height is a leading cause of disability in middle-aged men. At 20, you were a cat. At 45, you're a sack of potatoes. One clumsy move and your hip or spine says goodbye. Overestimating your agility kills more often than extreme sports. Fact number 33. Men don't cry. They just die earlier. Were you taught to be strong and not complain? As a result, men live with stress levels that could kill a horse. Chronic cortisol destroys blood vessels and leads to a heart attack at 45. Trying to drown emotional pain in alcohol is like putting out a fire with gasoline. Going to a therapist isn't a weakness. Weakness is driving yourself into the grave just because you're a real man. Fact number 34. Sepsis from a splinter. How a trivial scratch turns into a death sentence. Did you get a splinter or a paper cut and decide it'll heal on its own? Meet sepsis, a condition where your immune system goes haywire and starts destroying your own organs. If a wound is red, swollen, or has streaks coming from it, don't just put a bandage on it. Get to a hospital. Thousands of tough people die every year from blood poisoning simply because they were too lazy to treat a minor scratch with an antiseptic.
Fact number 35. Water that cuts like a knife. The deadly danger of pressure washers. Decided to wash your car or fence with a high-pressure stream and accidentally pointed it at your hand? In medicine, this is called a high-pressure injection injury. On the outside, it looks like a tiny hole with almost no blood, but inside, the water jet instantly slices through tissue, injecting air bubbles and bacteria directly into the bloodstream. This causes gas gangrene or an embolism. If you don't see a surgeon within an hour, you could lose a limb or your life because of just water.
Fact number 36. Noise cancellation, your personal blindfold. Why headphones kill pedestrians. Walking through the city in cool noise-canceling headphones, enjoying the silence? To a truck driver, you're someone who voluntarily blindfolded your ears. A pedestrian's brain relies on sound much more than we realize. You won't hear the screech of brakes or a horn from around the corner. Using noise-canceling tech near roads is a voluntary surrender of your survival instinct. The silence in your ears could become permanent just a second after you fail to hear an approaching bus. Fact number 37. Your kitchen sponge, a biological weapon in the heart of your home. Think the toilet is the dirtiest place in your apartment? Wrong. Studies show a typical kitchen sponge has 200,000 times more bacteria. When you wipe a table or cutting board with it after handling raw chicken, you aren't cleaning. You're evenly distributing salmonella and E. coli across your kitchen. One sandwich placed on such a clean table, and you're the perfect candidate for severe poisoning and kidney failure. Change your sponges every week, or they'll change your location to a hospital bed. Fact number 38. Antibiotics just in case you're breeding a superbug. Have a common cold and decided to take a course of antibiotics to get back on your feet faster? Congratulations, you're helping evolution kill you. Antibiotics don't work on viruses, but they do destroy your healthy flora and train surviving bacteria to be drug-resistant. Next time you have a real infection, no medicine will work. You are literally creating a super contagion inside yourself that modern medicine is powerless against. Fact number 39. The 4 hours of sleep myth. Scrolling your way to the grave. Proud that you sleep 4 hours a night and get everything done? Your biology disagrees. Chronic sleep deprivation isn't just dark circles under your eyes. It's the buildup of toxic amyloid protein in your brain, leading to Alzheimer's. Additionally, a sleep-deprived brain functions the same as a drunk one. You make poor decisions, your vessels are constricted, and your risk of a sudden heart attack increases by 45%. You aren't productive, you're just slowly dying in real time.
Fact number 40. Tetanus and the rusty nail. Why you can't forget about boosters. Stepped on an old nail or cut yourself on a rusty piece of iron and thought hydrogen peroxide was enough? If you haven't had a tetanus booster in the last 10 years, you're in big trouble. Tetanus spores live in the soil for decades. This toxin causes spasms so violent they can literally snap your bones. There's almost no cure, only supportive care in the hope that you'll survive. Check your vaccination record before your jaws lock shut forever.
40 hidden traps in everyday life. Your home, the road, the kitchen. Danger is closer than you think. The good news? Most of it is preventable, with knowledge and one conscious decision. Don't let habits become a sentence. Take care of yourself and those who matter to you. Subscribe. Future videos may save a life. Like if you choose to live longer. Share. It might protect someone you care about. Live consciously. See you in the next video.